Why is it that with any hobby, any craft, any business, people are working on skills? If you take basketball, for example, you have to shoot, you have to move. MMA, you have to do boxing, you have to do Muay Thai, you have to do Jiu-Jitsu. But then when it comes to relationships, nobody's talking about what skills you need to master to have a healthy relationship. And so these are some skills that you must practice if you want a healthy relationship and you want a relationship that continues to grow. The first one is all about presence. As an example, I was at a friend's wedding and this friend was like, I was talking to this friend, former friend, and he just wasn't there. And it was weird. I was talking to a wall. And it's during his wedding time. Now, that sort of feeling, that sort of awareness carries on into your relationship. If you are extremely stressed or you have a bad day and you can't be fully present with your wife or with your partner, then how are you going to have any sense of connection and relationship building? And the reason why this is a skill is because it doesn't matter how stressed you are, how angry you are, whatever it is, it's a skill to be like, shut it down and be present with your significant other during dinner, during daytimes, no matter how bothered you get. And if it really is something that you are really bothered by, just let her know, communicate it, and give yourself some time before you get back into fully being present. When I'm really stressed at work, after work ends, I know that it's a whole different world. The world that I have at work is very different than at home. And so I just shut that off and I say, hey, it's no longer that time for me to be stressed. I'm coming to a happy place. And if you are bringing that in, imagine when you have a friend who's extremely angry and you feel like you're walking on bombshells. At any moment, they could explode from something you do. That's the kind of vibe and aura that you give when you carry this stress and this anger and this whatever onto your relationship. And nobody wants to be there. Your relationship is a safe place for you to just enjoy, love each other, and grow together. The second skill is the follower and leader role that you take. If you're leading the date night and something goes wrong and the place is shut down, to have a backup plan and immediately be like, hey, this is where is next. A leader is someone who is going to remove all the confusion, take away all that burden that someone else has to do the work just to lead and let the follower just follow. If you've ever done like swing dancing, you as a leader is the one who's making all the decisions and she's just following your every lead. Hey, this is the spinning time, this is you're gonna spin. And I'm not saying, oh, it's a dictatorship. You're still taking their feedback. If they don't want to do spins and they let you know, then don't do spins. But it's giving them that sense of ease and that sense of like, I can just be feminine around this guy. That's the goal of what a whole leader and follower relationship is like. Now, I know that a lot of times women are like, oh, you know what? I want to be a leader. And maybe that's how your relationship works. Maybe you are the follower. Then it would be a skill to learn to follow better, to drop your ego and be like, I'm going to let her lead because that's what she loves doing and I actually really enjoy following. How do I lead better? So it is a skill that has to be worked on. And finally, it's kind of obvious, but communication. Learning to communicate well with your partner, sharing the things that you feel that you're scared to share or you feel like she'll judge you if she hears it is a skill in itself. Because that's what opens up connection and deep connection and vulnerability, and the ability for her to truly understand you, connect with you better, and feel you is when you learn to communicate better. And it doesn't just mean share things that you're vulnerable with, it means share things that expose you, share things that you're afraid of, share things that will have an impact on her. Don't hide. And it continues to take work because it's not natural for us to be that vulnerable as men to our women. But these are three skills that healthy relationships have fostered and work on and continue to work on that I've seen. I hope this helps. If you want to know more about leading a relationship, I will link it above, and thank you for watching.